In this chapter, we're going to start on the foundation of search engine optimization, and that's keyword research. Words are everything. Words are going to be the foundation of everything you do in online marketing. It's key to select the right words, that is, understanding the words that searchers use and developing those into your online marketing strategy. And it's not just the words that have the most popularity or are searched on the most. Many times, it's the hundreds or the thousands of related words can be more important than the singular word that gets a lot of searches. We call that the keyword long tail. We're going to be looking at some research tools that you can use to develop your keyword lists and also manage those keywords as well in finding out how many searches are performed on certain keywords and the trends throughout the year. And then we're going to look at ways that we can organize our keywords so that we can not only manage the keywords better, but we can gain a better understanding of the searcher. As I said, keywords are everything. The words provide us the motivations of the searcher. It gives us trends throughout the year. It's also interesting to see the brand association. What words are used when people search on your brand? That will give you a key insight as to what people think about your company. What type of language do they use? What is the weight of those words that they type in? And then we can also take all of that data that we get and we can use these words in our press releases, our ad buys, our pay-per-click buys, the creative that we use in marketing. We can also use that in analytics. Words are going to be the foundation of everything we do in this course. One particular thing to keep in mind is that search behavior is always based on intent. You see, when people sit down to do a search, they have a need. We want to know what that need is, but not only that, we want to understand what is the emotional weight of that need. There's a couple different ways that people search, and I like to group them into 3 different categories. The first is called the idea searcher, the artillery searcher. I call this the artillery searcher because artillery is designed to cover the greatest amount of land possible, the greatest amount of coverage with the least amount of work. These are people that have an idea. They want to go on a vacation, and so they sit down and they type in vacation. But it's a huge word with a large audience as well as a large selection of options. It's not focused in any area. It's wide open. Now, an alternative to this type of search are people that have been to the doctor, and the doctor gave them a diagnosis. And the first thing they did was go to a search engine and type in that word. These are people that it doesn't matter if a website ranks number 2, number 3, number 12, number 25. They're going to look at every single website. They're going to search every single website. They're going to look at all of the information on that site because they want to know everything about it. So the 2 sides of artillery searching is one, just starting out, looking for what's out there. The other wants to know what's out there, but they are going to look everywhere to find the answer to their question. The next is a concept search. Now we're tightening the circle a little bit. These are people that are typically looking for information. For example, they could be searching for a digital camera. But then it always leads to more searches. It leads to searches about reviews. It leads to searches about recommendations. It leads to searches about, well, what are pixels and what do I need to know about them and how many is a good number? You see, the concept search always starts in a targeted area and then leads to additional searches. Someone who wants information about going on a Disney World vacation, well, now they need to look at how am I going to get there, where am I going to stay, where am I going to eat, and how much does it all cost once we start adding up all these things. So that's the concept search. Recognize those people that come to your site for a concept search. Then, the specific searcher, the sharpshooter. These are the ones that know exactly what they want, and if they don't find it, they have the least amount of patience of any searcher that comes to your site. They're looking for an immediate answer, and they want it on your web page, and they will use their back button all the time if they don't see their answer immediately. You see, words are the key. And the motivation of each of these three groups of people, you'll be able to notice that on your site as you define and develop your understanding of keywords. You see, based on how people search, it's going to determine what type of behavior they exhibit. The shotgun searcher, the searcher that leads to more searches, that leads to more information, they want to see related content, related information, the most popular articles. They want to be led into more information. The sharpshooter wants to immediately see their answer, and so your page has to be available to all three types of searchers, giving immediate answers, a logical pathway to more information, and then also for our artillery searchers, knowledgeable information, also relaying them to additional sources. Words are the key, and that's what's going to start our foundation.